Hello everyone. Myself Ruchita. I am a pediatric physiotherapist working with Umid Child Development Center. Today I am going to share with you all about the journey of child undergoing surgery. It's the journey of me, Vignesh, and his mother Sarika, which started 1.5 years ago in Umid. Vignesh is very playful, cheerful, and fun-loving 6-year-old boy with lots of love and charming smile. He loves going out, sitting on the back of the Activa with his mom, looking at the different things outside, laughing with people deliberately, and having fun, watching while mom makes meal and imitates her, and so on. Like Vignesh, his mother Sarika is a strong and determined woman with the power to take obstacles and turn them into the opportunities. Apart from Sarika, his grandmother, father, elder sister helped Vignesh in different ways to participate. They uses Vignesh's strength in a very nice way to show him how he can take part in different tasks. When I met with Vignesh's mother and Vignesh for the first time, her most valued hope was that he should become independent. Vignesh's cerebral palsy makes it really difficult for him to sit, stand, and walk. And because of all these things, because of tight muscle and the spasticity around his legs do not straighten. He just cannot stand because of that. Also, he loses balance while sitting, and because of that, he has difficulty while sitting and playing. How can we help him, or how can we support him to become independent? These are some of her questions. Due to his tight muscles, which is the spasticity, they met an orthopedician, which is a pediatric orthopedic surgeon, and after assessment, he advised them fascia release surgery for both the legs, and also advised them to start with preoperative therapy. After hearing to her, the treatment plan was pretty much clear in my mind for pre-surgical management. The goals were such that okay, I have to work on his range of motion, I have to work on his strength, or strengthening exercises for lower limb as well as for upper limb. Also, I have to work on the trunk control and by using NDT principle in the session. But for Vignesh's pre-surgery, when we had first goal setting, and what happened during that goal setting was completely astonishing. So what happened is when I asked her that, what do you think, which are some of the things that we have to work on to prepare Vignesh for the surgery? So what she said is, Sarika said that I wanted Vignesh to see as independent as possible. And so he need to sit down and stand with support. At least those are the physical tasks that I really want him to do. Apart from that, she also said that her major concern is after Vignesh's surgery, he would be plastered for 4 weeks. And he would not like to sit still. So how can I keep him busy? When we discussed this further, she said that Vignesh just can't balance with his legs when his legs are straight and he falls. If he has to sit like that for those 4 weeks in the plaster, how can he sit for so long? Vignesh finds it difficult to hold object in his hand, and he finds it really difficult to use both hands independently for play. How will he play in such situation when he is sitting with his legs straight? He will be in pain after the surgery, and he will not be able to speak. He doesn't know how to use gesture. So if he is in pain, then how will I understand? How will I help him? She also continued to say that the date of surgery which is given by the doctor is also coinciding with my daughter's exam date. And I am now confused that how am I going to manage two tasks at the same time? Because I also have to pay attention to my daughter's exam. So I don't think so I will be able to pay much more attention to Vignesh's therapy. She also expressed that she did not know exactly that what was going to happen in Vignesh's surgery. What exactly will be the result of what the doctor will do? And she had so many such questions in her mind. She also expressed that money is also a major concern in his surgery. But And also she is not sure about the surgery. But if it is really important, that is what if healthcare providers are feeling, then she will figure out a way to go ahead with it. So this goal setting meeting had surprised me a lot and changed my entire treatment plan. The mother's worries were really important, and all these things would make a difference on the post surgery prognosis. This happened only because mother was involved in the pre-surgical management. Because of her, I came to know some of more areas which we also need to consider while going for the surgery. When we thought about her worries and looked at Vignesh's developmental growth, we realized that both Sarika and Vignesh were probably not ready for the surgery. And then we decided to prepare a journey ahead for our readiness. And we made a plan for Vignesh and for ourselves. So what we decided is that I, as a physical therapist, as a pediatric physical therapist, will help Vignesh with play and NDT-based treatment to prepare him physically for the surgery. And we also decided that the mother and I would discuss how to do this at home. We also discussed how we can help him in the session to work on his hand use and what activities he will do at home. Also, if Vignesh is in pain, he should be able to use hand gestures such as they, point to the pain area, etc. And we collectively prioritize they as a gesture first to work upon. We decided to meet with an orthopedic doctor and neuropediatrician collaboratively to understand and get more clarity around the surgery. We also decided to collaborate with our social worker on the cost of surgery. And after this plan, we started to take it one step further. Sarika and I decided to use Vignesh's strength to work on his physical abilities. For example, he likes to drop objects intentionally, and he enjoys that a lot. So we started using this as an activity in our session. While sitting on the ball, we used to place a ring stagger in front of him and to the sides to achieve rotation, and he used to enjoy it a lot. Along with this, his other likes such as throwing, pushing ball, home, link, etc. used as an activity for him in the session. Having Sarika in the session was such a great thing, as because of her, I used to get proper feedback of Vignesh's performance. She used to share her thoughts around the activities, and then we used to modify them. It used to be such fun in the session. Vignesh, Sarika, and I used to enjoy each and every activity a lot, and used to have lots and lots of fun in each and every session, as all these activities were co-created by all three of us. Sarika is such a talented and creative mother. Whatever activities I used to describe in the session and intention behind that, she used to think modified for her home environment and also engaging in fun for Vignesh, but keeping the essence of intentions the same. She is really consistent with the home program. She was such a talent that when I explained her about the foam roller concept for Vignesh's hamstring muscle, and how the foam roller is something which moves on the muscle to relax them. So after 2-3 days, she came back with the idea of putting a steel towel, a normal towel roll at the edge of Vignesh's sitting chair. So what we thought we will do is that we will stick the towel roll around the edges of the chair. So whenever Vignesh will move in that particular chair, the towel roll will constantly give that massage to the muscle, and that will in turn help us to relax the hamstring muscle. And this idea worked so wonderfully that we got his hamstring length increased by almost 10 degrees of knee extension in both the legs. Vignesh's other interest was to observe mother while cooking and imitating the same. We used his strength to work on his fine motor skill. We used to use therapeutic clay, stick, etc. to make roti's dough. Sarika used this in her home environment as well. She used to make Vignesh sit on the kitchen platform and used to give him a bowl and some ingredient to imitate her. And with that, he used to use his hands very nicely. Let's have a look at it, that how it used to be happen in the home environment.
तो असे बाळ त्यांचा अशक्य हि शक्य करतील स्वामी.
So how in this particular activity, not only the fine motor things, but also the trunk rotation, the way his legs are, the way he's sitting is also something which was supported with the particular activity, and how this is helpful in all the ways. Let's have a look into this, that how these fine motor skills as well as the other physical abilities, mother and I and also the family had incorporated in the home environment, the ADLs of the child.
इकडे बघ, काढ 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 काढ. तोंडात ब्रश आहे तसं काढायचं. झालं.
So apart from these activities like brushing, she used to use bathing also as a activity for him to walk upon. So what she used to do is she used to give him an opportunity to take bath independently by pouring at least 4 to 5 mugs of water by each hand. That also helped him to carry weight in his hand and constantly increasing the weight by increasing the amount of water in the mug. Vignesh also likes to watch videos on YouTube. So she allowed him screen time. Also, at the same time, she had also provided him an opportunity to use his finger for scrolling. And because of that, the isolation of use of finger has happened so nicely. We met with his orthopedic doctor and the neurosurgeon together. We got a lot of information from them, like what exactly the surgery will be looking like, what is the procedure will be, and then what the changes we can see in Vignesh. So it was very helpful for me and Sarika to know about these things, as it increases our knowledge about the process and prognosis about Vignesh's surgery. It also made some things clear for us, like we have to look into some of other aspects apart from the physical and fine motor skill. Apart from even the communication skill is the intrinsic motivation of Vignesh to stand independently and to sit erect. How these both the things are going to be really important in the post-surgical management. If the active use of standing is not happening and the importance of standing is not clear with Vignesh, then making him stand post-operatively is going to be like a task for us. So that's why some of these things were also helpful, which we got from the collaboration with neuropediatrician and orthopedician. So we worked with all this information with Vignesh, and what we saw, and when we said that okay, now Vignesh is ready for surgery, is when we looked into some of these things. So when we saw there is improvement in trunk control in terms of his sitting balance and dynamic sitting has improved a lot. So he now can sit in long sitting position for almost 20 to 30 minutes without falling to the side nor falling to the front, and can play with a toy for almost 20 to 30 minutes. Even sitting on the high stool and managing his balance was easier for him now, and he started exploring that as well. He also started using both his hand for play, and that's how it increases the play span. He also started using hand gesture for communication, like not only but also pointing to the object, whatever he wants, and also to ask for it or to say no by using hands. In terms of its fine motor skill, what he also did is he started holding a thicker pen and he started scribbling on the wall or on the board or on the paper. He also started exploring pull to stand when given an opportunity. his play span in the sitting position has also improved a lot. For family readiness, we saw some of these things. So when we said that okay, now family is ready, so we saw that mother and family was aware of now about the surgical procedure as well as about the prognosis. Sarika was now okay with the time period of surgery as her daughter has summer vacation, and that's how now Sarika can pay more attention towards Vignesh. Social work team had found out one funder for the surgery, so finances were also okay with the family now. Sarika was now much more confident in terms of surgery due to achievements of her own goal. So at the time of surgery, because Vignesh was physically prepared and family was completely prepared, there was contribution from all the members in the family towards Vignesh's care. And that helped Vignesh and Sarika a lot in terms of both of their care. Also, mother was aware about each and every steps in the surgery, so there was less anxiety for mother in the surgery. In the post-surgical phase, what we did is knowing Vignesh's strength and his cues were also useful in post-operative management. He used to be in extreme pain, but due to his communication and use of gesture, we used to understand that what he really have to convey to us. Apart from that, using play and home strategies was also helpful as it used to engage Vignesh in the most favorite activities, and that helped us helped us with the mobility of limbs. Home visit during the post-surgery week was also something which was helpful because of that, what happened is we collectively decided the positioning and different opportunities for Vignesh to sit, stand, and play. So let's have a look into some of these opportunities which were given at home for his post-operative management.
चला वाजवा बेटा आणि गाणं म्हणतो गाणं हे घे.
बस.
So having this particular activity, the standing is happening with the help of environmental things. Like how that keyboard is placed at a height where he can stand and hold that keyboard. Also, mother was providing an opportunity for him to hold that mic with the slight amount of trunk rotation in the standing position. So this activity is something which was his most favorite thing, and that's how he was completely engaged into that thing. Let's have a look into some of the other strategies that helped in the home context.
धरू नको धरू नको धरू नको धरू नको
हा मस्त बघायला.
अरे वा अरे वा अरे वा वा वा
बस.
येत आहे सई दीदी कुठे सई दीदीला
So how in both the videos he is laughing, he is smiling, and he is completely engaged in that activity. How in the first video, in this particular video, how he likes to talk to people, how he likes to have a laughter with people, and to play with them in that particular manner is something which was helpful for him to stand erect. How in terms of the other video, how he likes to roam around, and how mother had identified this particular cycle for him to move from here and there. and how she had tied his leg to the paddle so that whenever she is moving, his legs are something which are fixed to that. Also, she was providing an opportunity for him to keep the cycle in a steady position and to see that if he is initiating the same movement. And that's how we worked on his leg strength and his leg control. Let's have a look into these activities where he is enjoying.
ब्रश करो बस
I don't know. You go brush. Brush. बस
अब क्या करूँ
रुमाला ढाबर मोठा रुमाल
त्याच्यात एक दोन
मी तर फक्त
So how in both these videos, his likes of playing with water and switching on and off a switch is something which was happened, and how that helped him to stand without support or with less support from the sick and as well as from the wall, and how the caregivers or the family members were there but also giving an opportunity for him to do that thing independently. Even here, how his sister is helping him whenever necessary, not providing the complete help, but also waiting for him to do the same thing actively. And how that helped us to take him further in his post-surgical management. This is the 3-month, this is after surgery 3-month video. So how in this particular video, his like, which I have already mentioned, that his like to sit on the Activa and to have fun, and also what he is doing is holding the stand or holding the handle of Activa with his hand, and also trying to stand up independently without any support, without even mother support, and he initiated the standing. Definitely, we are not stopping here. We are moving ahead with our treatment plan, and the journey is still on. It's not yet done. When I and Sarika were thinking about it now, and we were reflecting on that, okay, what are some of the challenges that we faced in spite of so much preparation? So we came down to these two topics: to prepare child for the surgery. So we prepared Vignesh for the surgery, but we consider only the physical aspects of it. We never considered the emotional aspects of it, or to prepare him for the surgery by telling him that, okay, this is the procedure which is going to be happening, or informing him about the surgery, that what is going to be happen, preparing him emotionally about the surgery, that has not had happened. And that also had created a lots and lots of anxiety for him around the hospital setups and even the therapy setup. After surgery, this anxiety was there after surgery for almost a month. The second point was that we had not considered about his pre-surgical ADL patterns that will completely change after the surgery. Such as sleeping pattern. As Vignesh had habit of sleeping with flexing his hip and knee in side line and keeping them close to chest position, after the surgery, when entire limb was straight, it was unmanageable for him to sleep with his legs straight. And that had also created lots and lots of stress for Vignesh and his family. This has been a wonderful experience while working with Vignesh and Sarika. Now, when I reflect back at our journey, the major things which helped us in the process is the collaboration and partnering with the mother and family. In Umeed, we follow family-centered care principle, which are dignity and respect, information sharing, collaboration with all the healthcare providers and family members in child care, and participation. These four principles were so much important as due to collaboration and shared decision making, the dignity and respect toward Vignesh's strength and difficulties, as well as respect for Sarika's concern and goals, was turning point in the pre-operative management. Sharing information with two-way communication between Vignesh and Sarika and me helped us a lot to get clarity about context. So what used to happen is that when I used to share about the intentions behind particular exercise or particular movement, so that used to give the information to the Sarika that what is the intention. And with that, she used to think about the environmental modification and used to create those opportunity for Vignesh. Simultaneously, Sarika used to share that what had happened in the environment, and that's how I used to get more clarity about what is going on and how can we modify further. Not only me and Sarika, but Vignesh also helped us a lot by communicating his likes, dislikes through his facial expression and body language. Collaboration with other healthcare providers, such as orthopedic surgeon and neuropediatrician, was also extremely helpful. Use of knowledge around play-based therapy, strength-based approach, entity approach helped a lot with his physical abilities and reasoning out the causes of difficulties. Multidisciplinary approach also helped all three of us to move ahead in the journey, such as involving social worker for financial help, having an orthopedician and neuropediatrician with us, and obviously family and their knowledge. So what are some of the takeaways that I took back from this particular journey with me, Vignesh and Sarika was that family as an equal contributor in child's care. So we have to involve family as an equal contributor in all the processes related to child's care, as it really opens up so many avenues. Environment also plays such an important role in child's care, even in surgical management. Pre-surgical management can look really different if we are ready to keep the child and family at the center. To make important decisions such as surgery, we should involve family as an equal thought partner, as we may have best knowledge about the technical parts, but they are experts of their own child and the environment. And last but not least, family and child is always at the center of care. So this is my story and journey with Vignesh and his family in the process of surgery. If you have any further queries around all these procedure, or if you have any further queries around the things which I shared, please reach out to me on this particular email ID. I really want to thank Vignesh and his family for allowing me to share this story on this platform. I also want to thank Linala and Priyanka to help me with this presentation. Thank you so much and have a good day.